good weekend to you. Today feels like I'm in the opening scene of the cult classic Hotel for Dogs. The scene is set with a window display of a family having a barbecue with set props for the bright skies, clouds, and sun. Sitting here on the bench that I'm on, now it feels like I'm in this window display. Everything is glowing with intense warmth. This afternoon just exudes one long, big cat nap in the sun. My new flip-flops fluttered me over to my sweet library today. Our lunch was sponsored by Lawson, as it goes Maishu, or every week. A discounted grilled salmon onigiri with a big old omelet sando to wash that down. This time I discovered where the basic, not overpriced tea resides. So if you need to know, I am your girl. Absolutely daydreaming, dancing around in my head post-lunch. I felt my eyes getting oh so heavy. So I knew what had to be done. I locked eyes with the library's Starbucks and marched on over. I landed on the matcha frappuccino, not making the mistake of ordering the soy milk version this time. The barista made conversation with me in Japanese, so that's the win I needed for this weekend. Speaking of Japanese conversation, let's get into what my coworker and I babbled on about last evening. I asked, "Shumatsu wa nani wo shimasu ka?" She replied, saying that her husband was meeting with his gaming group, so she would spend time with her mom and get some type of movement in this weekend. When the question was thrown back to me, I said, "Ashita wa toshokan e ikimasu. Nihongo wo benkyou shimasu. Sore kara Superman no eiga wo mimasu." In other words, tomorrow I will go to the library, study Japanese, then go see the Superman movie. She remarked that eiga-kan wa kondoru desu, or that the theater will be crowded due to the fan favorite anime Demon Slayer releasing a movie version just this weekend. And with that, we wished each other good work, or otsukare-sama deshita, and I waddled into the night casually, as if that wasn't remarkably the longest conversation I'd held with her to date. Cheers to that. I don't know what I did to deserve this summer day. Tabun, or maybe it's because it's the first day of summer vacation for most students here. But something glistening is curiously in the air. I don't know what it is. Oh, and let me let you in on a secret. I took my flip-flops off and kicked my feet up, crisscross applesauce, making this bench my home for the afternoon. Next to me sits 3 boys and their grandpa, each with a different flavored ice cream in hand and on face. In front of me, little ones play freeze tag, the smallest one holding her stuffed penguin, a few shades closer to dirt now. It floats in the air as the girl herself flies around from bench to bench to the trampoline of a lawn before us. People watching now reminds me of my first ever entry I wrote about, maybe a month or so ago. So, let's fly back in the past because I say so. Why not? I hope you don't have anywhere to be. Let's turn to page 1. All right, so let's begin. Oh, Hello there. I think the last time I wrote in a journal was either when I was required to for some school project or because of boredom in my elementary days. But here I am, already 9 months into teaching English in my lovely Gifu City, Japan. We are sat in the haven of the Gifu Media Cosmos Toshokan library. I finished my Japanese class and ate a sausage croissant with a bento and mid-bottled matcha. I've just knocked out a couple hours of reviewing my book, vocabulary, and miscellaneous notes. I've been peering out the window, looking at the people for a bit. I spotted a dad chasing and being chased by his little toddler. I saw a mother teaching her daughter how to hop solely on the lighter colored squares. Most memorably, I saw a mother having a heated debate with her mini-me. They fought for a bit. The mother stormed away with the girl running pitter-pattedly behind her. The mother got down to the girl's level and they spoke some more. This time, the girl did the talking, banging her hands at her sides and using a beat-up tissue to wipe the tears that flowed between words. I couldn't stop watching until I did. The next time I looked up, the mother was frantically calling someone. The little girl was out of my sight. I was so locked in with this exchange. The mom paced around like a hawk looking for her own. I felt somewhat responsible for the girl going missing. Maybe it's because I could see both sides of the argument, so I just wanted to take care of both of them. Anyway, eventually the little girl came racing back from afar, holding another little girl's hand. There was another parent with them. Oh, how thankful I am to not be on either side of that argument these days. I love my mom. I miss my mom. I can't wait to give her a hug soon, one of these days. Nevertheless, I'm happy my mom has a piece of me in our Simba boy. Simba and I spent so much time together, he's bound to have picked up on some of my traits. Today, I love my family, my friends, and this life I'm creating. And back to today we go. Okay, so, end scene. Back to this instant. Here's my next audiobook, thanks to Miss Lily. There is a bundle of gratitude in this entire entry, so I'll briefly sum it up with this afternoon's gratitude list. First, noisy birds giving me background music for the script I've just written. Of course, my loved ones. Next, a phone that works. Next, my sweet students whose stories I cannot wait to keep unraveling, and to whom I cannot wait to impart some type of confidence. And last but not least, my wonderful contacts that do me so good every single day. So, that's that. Bye-bye now.